parenting teens in a complex world. Today's topic is junk food. Adolescence marks a critical period of growth in the life course of an individual in which nutrition and dietary habits play a crucial role. Consumption of junk food among adolescents has been recognized as a serious problem not only in India but all over the world. So let's talk to a nutritionist. Can you tell us what exactly junk food is and why it's harmful for adolescents? But before you reply, I'd like to show you a video of a mother and share her concerns.
Frankly speaking, at that time I was not at all able to segregate the food into different compartments. Means which food item contains vitamin A, B, C or T. For me, our traditional aloo ka paratha was the complete food. Aloo ka paratha with makhan and lassi. I still remember my kids used to get refreshment in their school. Every Wednesday when they received slice of pizza, that day become very horrible for us. जब तक उनको पूरा पिज़्ज़ा घर में आने के बाद मिल नहीं जाता था, हमारी जान को पूरी तरह से आफत मची रहती थी.
Junk food is unhealthy food which is high in calories coming from sugar, fat, salt, with very little or no dietary fiber, proteins, vitamins and minerals and other essential forms of nutritional value. Consuming such kind of unhealthy food over a prolonged period can result in early onset of diabetes, obesity and many other health issues such as atopy, constipation, addiction, poor concentration, depression and others.
My God, what a scary scenario you've created. But it's quite a task for teenagers to skip junk food and eat healthy, considering the enormous volume of food marketing kids are exposed to every day. Marketing that is designed to foster strong positive associations with junk food and to drive overeating. How can parents inculcate good eating practices among children?
Encourage your children to eat slowly. A child can find out about hunger and fullness when they eat slowly. Before lending a second helping, ask your child to wait for at least 15 minutes to see if they're actually hungry. Also, when you give them their second helping, make sure that it is much smaller than the first and if possible, fill that second helping with loads of vegetables. The other thing that what you can do is that you can eat meals together as a family. Try to make meal times a family time which involves conversation and sharing, not a time for scolding or ordering or giving instructions. If meal times are unpleasant, kids may try to eat faster and leave the table a little more quickly, and then they could learn to associate eating with a lot of stress.
I know, parents can be overbearing sometimes. But tell me, do over-enthusiastic, although well-meaning parents try to interfere with your work and tell you what to tell their children?
Some parents do approach me stating their needs and they tell me what needs to be conveyed to their kid. And of course it helps because when a neutral person tries to make an individual understand the things, it becomes slightly easier to proceed further.
Would you recommend withholding of food as a means to punish the child?
For instance, sending your child to bed without providing them dinner. This will lead a child to eat whatever they get their hands on, whatever an opportunity that they get. Similarly, when foods like sweets are used as a reward, children can assume that these foods are better or are more valuable than the other foods. The other thing is that you need to ensure that your child is eating healthy even outside home. So try to learn about the school lunch programs, what kind of meals are available in the school, and if you're packing lunches, make sure that they are home cooked, nutritious and nourishing meals. Also select healthier items when you're eating out at restaurants.
Consumption of excessive junk food is related to menstrual health of adolescent girls. Tell me, is there an association between the frequency of junk food and menstrual irregularities?
Dietary habits have a direct impact on an individual's quality of life and more so during adolescence, which is a potential group when there is rapid growth, rapid maturation, and therefore an extra amount of certain nutrients are required and energy-dense food is needed in the diet. And hence the habits of adolescent girls will go a long way. If they skip their meals and if the fast food consumption is too high, it will have an impact on their menstrual health. They will not get their periods regularly. They will have acne issues.
I'm gonna ask my roommate Vijay, we should have some vegetables for dinner tonight.
Oh, let me be, I'm a picky eater. Got my pizza, man.
Now that was really a picky eater. Getting your child to eat healthy is a struggle for many parents. Which nutrients would you recommend, Avni, for a child's overall well-being and emotional development?
Certain nutrients are extremely important for young children. First and foremost, I would like to talk about iron. Insufficient levels of iron in the diet can make the child feel very lethargic and tired throughout the day, and they will become more prone to behavioral problems and poor results in school. After iron, I would actually focus on zinc. Deficiency of zinc in a child's diet can cause loss of appetite, growth retardation, and defected immune function. And in worst cases, of course, it results in loss of hair, delayed sexual maturation, and diarrhea. If kids do not get proper amount of iodine in their diet, it will result in iodine deficiency. This will result in the thyroid gland to increase in size. Lack of vitamin A also weakens the immune system and can result in increased absence from school. If sufficient calcium is not consumed by the child, then it can result in weaker and brittle bones in your child's body. Last but not the least, protein provides the body with energy or calories. It means that your child will not feel sleepy or drowsy while he or she is in his or her classroom. And it helps to build new cells and keeps the skin healthy, bones healthy, and organs in optimal shape.
As we've seen that a balanced dietary intake is important in this transitional phase of physical and mental development between childhood and adulthood, a period characterized by immense hormonal changes, among the most striking being the onset of menarche in girls. Micronutrient inadequacy during childhood and adolescence can delay growth and create high risk of chronic diseases in adult years. So watch out, eat healthy, be healthy. Jo khaoge, wo paoge. If you find this talk interesting, like, comment, share, subscribe. See you later.